All right. All right. YouTube just went live also. Hey, everybody. It's Jason Blaha here. Just doing my morning cardio. I already did a workout, did a full body workout. I'll have the vlog up here later. I did a 1 hour walk on camera, streamed it on the tubes, and now I'm try to do another hour on my bike while I'm still fasted. I'm streaming on both Facebook and YouTube, so I'm going to be back and forth between my two audiences in case we get different people, because it's going to be hit or miss. We never know how many people I'm going to get in each one. Sometimes one is more lively than the other, so I'm just going to run with it. Just do the cardio, and we'll see what we get. But either way it breaks down, going to get the stream up, going to get my cardio in. No, I did not whoosh this morning. I am still sitting at 211 in spite of all the fasted cardio. But again, I know it's because of the creatine, the salt, everything else I've added in. I'm perfectly fine with that. I know I'm getting leaner. I am surprised the scale didn't drop though today because I was down last night. But, not a big deal. I have a feeling come by Monday, if I do a lot of cardio this weekend, it will start coming down further. Like I said, I'm still sitting at 211, but at the high when I carved up at the start of the cut, it went all the way up to 227. So it's technically 16 pounds down. I'm probably going to drop down to about 190 at this point is what I'm estimating. At about 190, I should be good and lean. Try to work on my biceps a little more between now and then. My arms need to come up. But, just going to make it happen. I'm really happy with the training today, though. That's going to be something where I'm going to start calling a lot of people out when they're like, "Hell, I can't replicate sets." I did every single set today to failure. Every set. And I replicated my sets. And when I say to failure, like all my squats and bench, I failed and had to drop it on the pins. And between every set, I had to unload the bar, put the bar back in the hooks, and reload it. And I still got the same reps every single set. So methinks people are lazy, right? Or they're out of shape. Maybe people need to do more cardio. But I'm going to go back to that, more training to failure, like old school guys used to always do way back in the day. Got to question how much volume we really need if we're training to failure all the time, with moderately heavy weights, right? I may not even go crazy heavy on anything. It's like 345 on all the squats, 275 on the bench, 455 on the deadlifts. Weighted pull-ups, I'm going to use a 25-pound plate, weighted dips, 55, so on and so forth, All right, but see what we get for some views. There's nobody in the YouTube yet. Now, that's interesting. I had one viewer, and then it dropped out. Some of these I get 100 or more, so I never know what's going to happen. Is it public? I know it's public. We got someone in here already. All right. Yeah, it's definitely public. All right, so I'll just wait and see who comes in. Just run the streams out. But like I said, either way, I've got multiple streams going, so it doesn't matter. The beauty of doing these on the bike, I can run YouTube and Facebook concurrently, which works out really good because I get to double down on the views and the outreach. But I don't know how long I'm going to do this one today. Some of these training days, especially after I've done all the squats, I don't want to do a lot of bike cardio because my off days, I do over 3 hours. It kind of gets to a point where my lifting days, I almost feel lazy about the cardio. But that makes sense because I've done hard full body training and I'm fasted still. Like there's a point where I already did a 1 hour walk after doing squats and deadlifts. But, if we want to get leaner, we have to do some. But I go so far over on my my other days. Like I shoot for 3 hours of cardio on the non-lifting days. And some of those days I'm hitting 3.5, 4 hours. So it's kind of like I feel like I've earned the right to be lazy on the training days if I want. To a certain extent. So to me, it's not really that big of a deal. So I'm going to see if I can get the community tab to get some people in here. Maybe if I create a post on the community tab. All right. So do it on the community tab. That way people will see it. There we go. That'll probably get more people in. That's what we need to do. Because then that gets seen in that community tab for sure. People catch that. All right. And then take it from there. I think some people have said the first 10 minutes that it hasn't been putting any of the into anyone's feed. So it doesn't send the notifications out on YouTube till we're 10 minutes in sometimes, which is really strange. Or the subscribers. It goes into other people's feeds sometimes. Fresh. So yeah, keep getting some more coffee in. Coffee helps with the fat burning while we're fasted still. All right, now we're getting a few views trickling up. I think that might have helped. All right, we get that direct going there. All right, anybody in Facebook? Nobody in Facebook. This is slow today. Some of these are super good. Some of them are not. You never know what we're going to get. You never know what we're going to get. All right. I'll leave a comment. All right. A little bit much happening there. Something's kind of slowing this down. I probably have too many things open. Let's close some of these windows out. There we go. At least we got the first like in YouTube. Yeah, this is going to be a little slow today. That's okay. That's okay. So again, we'll wait for questions and comments. This is really a slower stream, especially consider I'm running both YouTube and Facebook. I haven't had a single question and we're 7 minutes in. A lot of times I got like 30, 40 comments. So it's just going to be one of those days. Not a big deal. I'll just keep streaming. Keep doing my cardio till I get bored of it. And hopefully we get some engagements and conversations going. We had a lot of comments in the morning walk on YouTube. You know, I had over 200 comments, but different time slot. I had to get rid of a bunch of nonsense. So I got to remind people these streams, this is a fitness. These are fitness related streams. I don't do firearms, politics, sexually explicit. I don't care about passport bros. I don't care that you're a single mom looking for a date. We get some weird comments in these, especially on YouTube. I just get rid of all of it. All right. Clearly not fitness people. All right. Clearly not fitness people. Like, especially you guys who are like the passport bros. I know they're not fit in shape because they're talking about they can't find a girl, so they're going to go to Asia to marry a wife. I'm like, I already know you don't work out. You're clearly not fit or in shape or anything else for typing crap like that. I get out of my stream. Shows how sad they are. Yeah, exactly. Feed me mortals. There we go. Now all of a sudden, feed me mortals comments now. Jason, do you think Soviet weightlifters are way ahead of their American counterparts? To some extent. They had drugs first. They had certain types of periodization first. I don't know that they were way ahead, but they were definitely a little bit ahead. A lot of this stuff is outdated now, though, too. I mean, people try to apply Prelipin's chart too much to powerlifting and stuff. Hey, what's up, Dean? Dean is in here. He got the crown already in YouTube. Finally, because we're 9 minutes in, then everybody's strolling in finally. Had a bunch of viewers on Facebook, but no one commented there yet. How you doing today, Dean? But yeah, no, Sagnick. I don't know that they were way ahead. They were a little bit ahead. They invested more money in research. They actually were putting scientists into it to some extent because they took it as a serious part of the Cold War. And then the U.S. followed suit after that, right? They followed suit after that. But we're now at a point to where, even normal weightlifting is kind of dying out as far as some of the people are interested in. As far as weightlifting, meaning the sport weightlifting, the snatch, the clean and jerk. How's weight today? Still sitting at 211. I thought I was going to whoosh, Dean, but it's still sitting at 211. So I'm just going to keep hammering the cardio. But then again, I've shifted more ratio to carbs. I've bumped salts way, way, way up. Added creatine in, but the waist is smaller. Even my lower back, I think, is tighter. I got some shots. So that's what matters. It will eventually whoosh down. Like, people are like, if anyone's worried about it, like, I could honestly drop a bunch of water if I really wanted to, but I'm not trying to drop water, just that. Feed me mortals. I know you're British, by the way, based on your grammar. Still gutted about my lower back injury. Could be 2 weeks. So I'm back to deadlifts and squats. So how exactly did you injure it again? Yeah, you got to quit ego lifting on certain stuff. I think you said on good mornings. Yeah, you got to be careful with the good mornings. Even, you see me do 500 pounds on them, but I mean, I'm always very careful with that technique. Right. Yes, feed me. I know that you're British based upon your first sentence. All right. That was yes, people's country. The only way you could have made it more British is if you had said still gutted, mate. It's a British expression, the gutted. But yeah, you should retain muscle. Like you said, you have a belt squat, you have a reverse hyper. That should help you hold on to muscle while all of that recovers. Make sure you do banded good mornings to get blood flow to your low back. All right. Make sure you do banded good mornings also. Just get as much blood flow as you can to that region. All right, it will help. Views are still kind of bouncing around here. I don't know what's up with that. Makes it hard to stay motivated if we're not getting any questions and comments. Hey, man, I don't have bands. Reverse hyper should do the trick though, yeah. Wait, you have a reverse hyper but no bands at all? That's kind of, most people get bands way before a reverse hyper. Or do you have access at your gym maybe? But yeah, if your gym even has a couple little mini bands, use some of those for some extra good mornings. But yeah, reverse hypers for really high reps will help, of course. It will definitely help. So, of course, the people on Facebook see this, are like, who's he talking to? They don't realize I'm streaming YouTube and Facebook concurrently. I'm not getting any Facebook comments yet. Sometimes I get like 50 in there, so it's the same people. Waiting on that algo to pick up a little bit. And then it'll be back to where it used to be, I think, and then I'll be in a good place. I think it's the same on YouTube when I start reading comments out of Facebook. That some of the regulars drop through. I don't know what's going on. The training week was good. I'm happy kind of with what I'm doing with the shift in the training a little bit. Although I still got to get my arms up. I got to keep hammering biceps. Casein and protein powder, my morning crumpets and tea. Is that correct? What? Cart, I don't understand your question. I mean, I know you're very British with your crumpets and tea, but why do you care what protein powders you're consuming like that when no, it's not really not that relevant? Jason, do you think 3 is any sense to count protein from not animal foods? Yeah, of course. It still counts. I don't discuss the most I've ever benched because we didn't have smartphones and cameras. The most I've benched on camera here in my 40s, I've done a 365 for a 2 count pause wide grip. I also did a closed grip at a little heavier body weight paused. For 365, what I benched this year was 335 flat back. Right. And even though I'm cutting and cutting and cutting, as long as I can still bench at least 315 for a rep or two, we're probably okay. I mean, because I'm going to cut that way down under 200. I may drop as low as 185. And, if I get to 50 years old and I'm 185 pounds and I can still bench 315, I'll be happy with that. I think that's reasonable. It's not great, but it's reasonable. Casein is better to mix with a little peanut butter. Cart, I don't understand what you're asking me. Like, do you really think any of that matters? Do you think protein timing and the absorption rates, it's just like, all that matters is it's a high quality protein. I think that you are having paralysis by analysis because the supplement industry has tried to convince you different protein powders are good for different things. That's just marketing. What's the current training shift? Yeah, I do a 3-day full body. And today I did every single set to failure, which meant a lot of reloading the bar because, the squats and bench, it went to the pins, the safety pins. But that's going to be some conversations to have with people who talk about they can't replicate their sets. Right? Guys aren't even training to failure and they can't replicate their sets when coach is literally getting stapled on every set, reloading the bar and hitting the exact same reps multiple times in a row. How much weight have you lost? At the heaviest, I've been 320 pounds. So I went from 320-ish, 20-ish. I was too scared to weigh myself then. That's just an estimate. I know it was over 300. I just estimated 320. I got it down to 170 from there, and then I really got into lifting after that. I just did running to get in shape. That was 25 years ago, right? So, yeah. Right now I'm 211. So I'll probably cut down to about 190-ish for now. It's the goal. Need to get lean, get good abs and everything, small waist. It's good for my outreach, good for my health. I'm also pushing a lot more longevity instead of pure strength. I mean, because a few years ago I was up to like 245 and I was squatting 605 and deadlifting 635, but it's like, it's not worth it. So I'm pushing longevity more. Like, I don't need to squat and deadlift over 600 pounds. I care more about let's just be fit and have a good strength base and be strong and fit and live longer. What are best vegetable choices for health maxing? God, I hate when you guys say the maxing term. It's so cringe. Marco, I love you, but I'm gonna ban you just for using such a moronic, cringy term. Oh my God. Why would you think there's a best vegetable? Basic nutrition. Multiple vegetables produce better nutrient variation and better gut flora diversity. So if you only ate one vegetable, there's no way you could optimize health. Makes sense? You actually need a diversity of plant matter if your goal is to maximize and optimize your health. So you can't. The best vegetable would be to eat multiple different vegetables. And even your grains count towards a lot of that. Like, so for me today, I'll probably have, at the bare minimum, I'm going to have broccoli, sweet potatoes, and some mini bell peppers. I just hate this whole new maxing term. Luke's maxing, Bolt maxing. It's weird. Maybe I'm old, but it just seems really cringy to me. Anything going on Facebook? Yeah, there's no comments there on Facebook. It's just weird. Why do you guys say weird stuff like that? Talk like a normal human being. Yeah. I don't know why people can't just use normal conversation. Like, why do they have to, when they get into live streams, type these weird colloquial, whatever, cringy stuff? Passport bro, pill. Yeah. It's like, guys, just talk like a normal human being. It's not difficult. Come on, guys. Oh, Lord. Like you wouldn't say that in a normal conversation with a person. So why would you do that then with me? It's just weird. Oh, why are these views so low? I even put it into the community tab. I don't know why. So I have no idea why this is low. Hey, Cart, I'm probably going to get rid of you. You don't ever talk about fitness. You just talk about weird stuff. You just seem like a troll. I'm probably going to get rid of you too here shortly. You're kind of annoying. I don't know why you can't stick to fitness. And when you do anything with fitness, it's always asking something really bizarre, like timing of KCN. Like you already know what part of the world I live in. You already know I have crows. Like they're normal, common bird. Like you wouldn't need to ask that. All right. Just saying, guys. I'm kind of irritable because no one's talking about fitness. It's just like I keep getting too many nonsense in my streams, not fitness related. I went down the road just banning the hell out of people during the walk this morning. If you guys recall that. Like I'm trying to run fitness channels, guys. I don't know why people want to talk about other stuff. What's up, Coach? How you doing, Atomic? I haven't seen you in a bit. Where you been? You used to be a regular in here. I'm just doing my cardio, man. I did a really good workout this morning. Got to get the vlog up. Did an hour walk. Getting a little bike cardio while we're still fasted. Just working on this cut. You have to get our own cardio session in. No, Nancy. Hey, Nancy, you're a troll. You got to go too. Get rid of it. Next. How many carbs do you take in currently? I don't count macros, so I don't actually know. I would need to sit down with a calculator and ballpark it. I mean, maybe 500 grams, give or take 100. I don't know. I'm just an estimate. My diet's mostly carbs. All right. Yeah. This is ballpark. So the diet's very, very heavy on carbs, then animal proteins. Well, there's a lot of plant protein in there too. And then almost no fat. I mean, whatever fat's in oats and brown rice and chicken breast. Plus my 3 extra string fish oils. Whew. Sorry, I feel a little irritable today. I don't know why. I'm like kind of really irritable in these streams. I think it's because I did squats and deadlifts to failure today and I'm still doing fasted cardio. What year did you first start training in a gym? I don't know, memes. I couldn't tell you. Like I had to do a whole video because that had come up and I'm like, well, actually, no, I did go train in the gym here. Ballpark 2000, maybe 01. I don't know. It's been a while. I train at home now. I have a home gym. Like I have 14 barbells. I have like 1,000 pounds in plates. Are you enjoying full body so far? Amazing. You went back to it. I never thought you would. Yeah, that's been pretty good. Yeah. Atomic says, I've been popping back into lives here and there. Coach, awesome. Yeah, caught that, Atomic. Peter says, you're magnificent. Why, thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate the compliment. I ran your Ice Cream Fitness 2.0 last year for about 8 months and really enjoyed it. Glad you did. You get pretty good gains. That's a very simple program, but it works. Tips for big arms, basic diet list. I mean, basic diet, eat a bro diet. I mean, chicken, brown rice, vegetables. For big arms, chin-ups, barbell curls, dips, bench press, right? Maybe some extensions. Gym culture has changed a lot. It used to be no women and no posers. It became a lot more superficial. It was more of a spiritual. There were times where the first real gym I went to, there were women there who were pretty jacked, actually. But I started at an old school iron gym. But yeah, Peter, weighted chin-ups, barbell curls, that'll get you started. Right? Lots of pressing. Yeah, the training was different. People trained harder. They were more serious. Like my first gym, like if you didn't squat, you got made fun of. People were like, dude, you're a pussy, you got to go squat. Like, but if you want to bulk up, I recommend gaining no more than a pound a month. Bulk slow, because otherwise you're just gaining fat. No, you need to eat whatever you need to eat to make very, very slow gains. You're going to have to eat big eventually, because when you get big, like for me, I lose weight on 2,000, 3,000 calories. All right, your energy is incredible with all the cardio. Appreciate it, Richard. I'm feeling it today, though. I'm noticing right now, I'm a little irritable and I don't want to do this cardio. But I did 3.5 hours yesterday. And then today, the squats and deadlifts to failure. And then I did that hour walk. And I'm just kind of, it's like I'm not tired. I just don't want to do this cardio. So I'm being a little grumpy. I'm getting a little grumpy, because I don't want to be on the bike. I prefer the walking outside, honestly, but the phone won't keep a connection this time of day, unfortunately. But yeah, but tomorrow I'll do tons. Like I love doing that 5, 6 a.m. walking. Is always actually enjoyable. It took me 3 weeks to go from 145 to 150. Enjoy those while you can, Peter. Man, everyone in here who's been lifting a while, what would you guys give to add 5 pounds to your bench in 3 weeks? Dude, I would give like my firstborn child for that. All right. I broke fast with veal. Advanced lifters are like, I'd love to put 5 pounds on my bench every year. Right? You guys know what I'm talking about. Oh, 5 repetitions. Oh. Wait, it says kilograms? Dude, if he went from 145 for 5 kilos to 150 kilos for 5, that would be cray-cray in 3 weeks. I'd be like, what's your drug stack, homie? How much stuff are you using? Right? It's like I was eating Tren and Anadrol like candy. Right? That's slow, though. Know what's going to happen when. Hey, Peter, this may not be the right hobby for you. If you think 5 pounds in 3 weeks is slow on your bench, you're going to quit lifting later. You're going to give up. Because, dude, when you get to be an advanced lifter, putting 5 pounds a year on your bench is like a miracle. Just saying. So if you think that's slow, maybe you might want a different hobby besides getting strong. You don't have the patience for the iron game. I mean, I get it. Everyone should live for health, but I'm going to tell you straight up, honestly, like you don't have the patience. Because when you get further in, you're literally going to be like, I just want 5 pounds in a year. Just saying, dude. All right. Some of the habits from Ice King Fitness you can always stick with this day for sets of 20 grabs. Nice. King, just ban your trolls. I don't want to discuss trolls at all, by the way. I banned all talk of trolls at this point. That's actually how you deal with it. You just ban it all. Ban all your trolls, and I ban everyone who talks about trolls at this point. So I'm going to let you slide this time. Just ban, ignore them. Buy stocks, that's what got me hooked. Okay. Peter says I'm 69 kilograms. Don't worry how much you bench, focus on the. No, he needs it. I mean, numbers matter. Progressive overload is king. means progressive overload is the driver of hypertrophy. But honestly, like, you have to accept that things are going to go slow. 5 pounds in 3 weeks is great. My God, if you could do that for 6 months, you'd be an advanced lifter. You would have 5 years worth of progress already done. Yeah. Anything going on? No, there's nothing on Facebook. That's strange. Oh well. This is only 30 minutes in. Sometimes the best way to increase your bench is to put some weight. Richard, it's not improving your strength. It's just fat leverage. I don't know why I keep having to tell you guys that. You're going to lose that strength as soon as you cut the fat. So I get what you're saying, but in the long game, it's not going to necessarily pay off as much as you think. You guys have to gain weight slow. Don't gain fat just to increase your bench. Unless your goal is to be fat and stay fat. Right? Hey, Peter, I don't promote people getting fat on any of my stuff. This is a fitness channel. No. Try half reps. No. Buy stocks. No. He needs to be doing pause reps. No. Quit doing partials. Quit doing this stuff for this. Stop. He's a novice lifter. He needs to just follow progressive overload. Right? You guys have seen me put up clients with 420, 430, 450 bench presses raw. You guys have seen the footage over the years. I don't have them do any of that nonsense. Right? We bench. They do pause benching, speed benching, accessory work. They're weak off the chest. We do incline or overhead press. They're weak at their lockouts. We'll do some close grip work, more triceps. Right? Hey, King, nobody does stuff like that. What are you talking about? Jason, if a young man comes into the gym and has to prove himself, he randomly challenges you to a bench off. If it's not my bench day, he can eat a dick. And I'll tell him that. All right. All work should be pause, bench, squat, dead stops on the deadlifts. Yeah. All right. So, hey, buy stocks. You put in years of work. It's not because you did the partials that got you there. All right. So I can imagine it happened some young pro. No, King. People don't do stuff like that, actually. I can see why you get in trolls already. Oh. Right. Yeah, buy stock. It's because you put in a bunch of work. There's nothing special about doing overload partials. There just isn't. Jason, easy way to hit 150 grams of protein daily. I guess some protein shakes. It's really like, I don't know, a pound of chicken and then all your rice will get you there. Done. I've literally had multiple clients bench over 400 in videos. So get out of here. Right. Gym is the way best thing I ever did. Have a better day. We get tired. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I'm having one of those where I'm just feeling, like I said, I'm feeling irritable. Not really tired. I just feel kind of irritable. I'm noticing it in the stream. I'm probably a little grumpy. So, but then again, so did that set it deadlifts to failure? Hit the likes. There we go. If heavy curved upper back is bad on deadlift, no. It's not bad. Thoracic rounding is a standard technique on max deadlifts for pretty much anyone with a state record level or higher bench. It's pretty much everybody, 100%. Pretty much every elite every elite deadlifter on the face of the earth uses thoracic rounding. All right. Jason, have you ever trained someone that's on the spectrum? I've had multiple clients on the spectrum. All right. Every time I add 5 pounds, I fail 3 times. Well, it takes time. Just be patient. Unless you spend on your home gym a lot. Like it's in 5 figures. I mean, look at this stuff I have. I mean, you could kind of add it up from the videos. All that road stuff, all those road plates. At least the views are coming up now. I probably have 25, 30,000 at this point. Don't you think staying lean and building muscle is too good? Okay. Hey, Peter, you just identified yourself. All right, that's him. We get rid of him. He came back. It's not a stream without him. Yeah, I think equipment has gone up. I haven't bought anything really in a couple of years. How about we don't talk about Wes Watson? I don't want to do another video on Wes Watson. I've already discussed that clown. Like there's nothing else to be said. I was waiting for it. You spotted him, right? Yep. I've banned that guy 200 times now. Jason, I have to admit, you're consistent AF. Hope your social media going to grow. Yeah, it should. Facebook should be coming back up. Especially with my business account there. Are you trying to change rep ranges each workout? No, I mean, not really. Sometimes I just change it just to change it. I'm not trying. Like today, everything was basically 5 to 8. Right? Yeah. Everything was 5 to 8 reps to failure today. Yes, every set, every exercise. Yes, it means I had to reload the plates when the bar hit the pins on a couple movements. You ever watch RX Muscle? Nope, I don't watch any YouTube fitness videos. Jason, did you ever make peace with Nick's strength? I could care less about the existence of Nick's strength and power at all. What do you mean peace, or we aren't even enemies? Really? I don't really honestly care what he does at all. Like he doesn't even exist in my world, let alone be an enemy, right? He was just a weird guy who used to make videos. Could this person become a bodybuilder or something? I don't know. I think 5 to 8 is a good rep range and not too fatiguing. Yeah. Well, I would have got 10s on the curls, but it was too heavy. I failed on rep 9 every time. I did the dips a little different. I did them from the bottom up. Instead of climbing up on the box, I'm like, let me just start in the bottom, climb up to it, and just start. And I still got the same reps. I was happy with that. Fair enough. I thought you would beef with him. No, we didn't really have a beef. Peppermint, what's going on? I got the guy. I caught him in here and already banned him. He missed the morning, but he came in today. Appreciate that like, Peppermint. Oh, man, just stick this one out, man. I got 15 minutes into this. I didn't even want to do this bike cardio. But now I'm kind of like, oh, we're 38 minutes. It's just trucking along. All right, good stuff. Oh, wow, he came, but he did. He started asking about big arms and everything and all this stuff. And then he talked about only putting 5 pounds on his bench in 3 weeks. And then he jumped over and it was him. It's like, aha, caught him. He's getting better at kind of segueing back into his nonsense. He's getting a little better at distracting. He asked about how to get big arms first. And then he comes back into, don't you think lean gains are just unrealistic? I've never seen anyone who's so obsessed with getting fat that he needs to justify getting fat every single day in someone's live stream 200 times. He's been doing it 7 months now, every day, 7 days a week. So what is that? What's the math on that? So I've probably banned him every day. Yeah, that's about 200 times. He should probably get some mental help. To be that obsessed and still talking about being 150 pounds or whatever, he's like so obsessed with getting fat and wanting to get fat. and justifying it, but then doesn't do it is really insane. But I don't think he actually cares. It's just his stick, because he throws the same trolley stuff other trolls. He's just one of the regular stalkers, actually. Jason, your thoughts on the improvements Nick Wright made in his lifting? I have no clue. I haven't seen anything from Nick Wright in several years. I have no thoughts. Nick doesn't exist in my world these days. Coach has a trolley's been 200 times. That's a fatso trophy, right? Coach, mental illness abounds in this world now. Yep. Does Nick Wright even post anything on the internet? I haven't seen him for years. So yeah, no thoughts at all. Would you admit Nick Wright is quite likable? Dale, I'm probably going to get rid of you. I don't know why you're obsessed with all these other people and not training and other stuff. You're kind of weird. Like, I know I really don't care at all. You're like a celebrity worship person, aren't you? No, I don't really pay attention to heart rate. King Dale, you're one of those guys who knows who Scarlett Johansson and Wolverine are married to, aren't you? People who care about celebrities and their lives. Oh, man. Yeah, I don't actually sit around worrying about other fitness people that much, enough to even ponder questions like that. I just don't care. To answer your question, Nick Wright is stuck. So I don't know what you mean by stuck to his guns. See, I didn't know that either. I don't know all this stuff. Coach, you don't care about celebs at all? No. I mean, I like their movies, but I don't always keep up with their real names. I forget their real names sometimes. They're just the character they play. Right? Like even my favorite bands, I have no clue where they live. Like I love AC/DC and ZZ Top and their inspirations for me musically. I don't even know what towns or cities they live in. I don't care. Completely irrelevant. See, King, I wouldn't know any of that. I didn't know. So stuck to his gun. So what did he say he wasn't? So see what I mean? Like I wouldn't know stuff like that. Don't care. Sure, I did know ZZ Top is from Houston, but I don't know where they live now because I live in the Houston area. What can you play on the guitar? I mean, you guys have heard me play a lot of stuff. I mean, I've definitely played some AC/DC all the way through on here. Like I've done Shoot to Thrill and Highway to Hell all the way through on camera with the solos. All right, see in the background, I got my Gibson Les Paul and my Fender American Strat. Is there a minimal amount of water one should drink in a day? No, it's going to depend on your hydration. Jason, what's your opinion on how important learning martial arts is today and having some? None. It's no importance at all. Martial arts is a fun hobby and an art form, but it's not important. We don't allow pew chat in here though at all. It's bad for the algorithm, but everybody should carry. Next, I'm not going to go any further than that. That's all the self-defense you need. Done. Right. Is that Folgers? Yes. That is Folgers. I've been buying the giant containers of Folgers because I'm drinking a bunch of coffee in the morning while I'm fasting. And no, I don't care that your country doesn't allow it. You should do it anyways. Irrelevant. Overthrow your dictators. Done. Only political talk we're going to have. All right, next. All right, get back to fitness. Front squats can be perfectly good. I play a little Stevie Ray Vaughan, yes. Huge Stevie Ray Vaughan fan. Jason, do you think all these big roided YouTubers are going to shrink when they hit 50? Yep. I mean, no, they're going to be dead if they don't shrink before that. Okay, kindly. Yeah, Carol, they can't stay that big. They just can't. You know? Front box squats with heels elevated. What? Yeah, I'm going to pass on that. Yeah. That just seems really counterintuitive in general as an exercise. I'm not going to get behind that nonsense. What are you even trying to achieve there, Cart? All right, next. Oh, got to check Facebook. We got any comments? Oh, Tommy's in here. Tommy, you got majorly high cholesterol. Cut the saturated fat, brother. You already know saturated fat is the primary driver of LDL. Cut it down. Right? Eat healthy fats only. Problem solved. I just now saw your comment over here in Facebook. Have you ever done an increased cardio workout? Seem to be opposed to it. I don't have a need for it right now. You've seen me do sled work and stuff on camera before. Yeah, I am opposed to it at this point with what I'm doing. It would be counterproductive towards my current goals. Yes. Jason, what are your thoughts on high-level introverts that spend months at a time away from society? Do you think it's healthy? No. Hey, King, do you care about fitness at all? Like, do you lift? Or do you just ask weird stuff like this? I'm not trying to be a dick, but it seems like you want to talk about anything but actual fitness every time you're here. Coach, I'm swimming later, joining you in cardio solidarity. Awesome. Good to hear it, Peppermint. Actually, King, instead of being a dick, I'm just going to ignore you. I'm going to be nice, and I'm just not going to read your stuff because I'm irritable today, and I'm just going to come across as an asshole. So, do you incorporate any reverse grip bench pressing? Not currently. No, I have in the past. So it's really a pain to rack and re-rack myself since I train alone. So no. Right now, all my chest stuff is basically just flat bench and weighted dips at the moment. But I've done some even on camera in the past, reverse grip. Again, it's doing it by yourself, though. The racking and unracking is really problematic sometimes. It's a great exercise, though. Coach did a great video on reverse grip bench a while ago. Cool. I may have. Yeah, apparently they reckon I've got a genetic lipid disorder. Flow fitness. Saying averted heart attacks and strokes with them. Wow, that sucks. Anything over 10 reps is cardio? No, not necessarily. All right. Cardio causes your heart to get bigger. What? Oh, Lord. No, you should be doing cardio. Cardio is good for you. You need to do it. Just stop with that nonsense. We should lift weights and do cardio. All right. There you go, Peppermint. Tell them to hit that like. Well, Swatster, I don't try to come across as an asshole. I just am one sometimes. I mean, it just is part of my person. It's a flaw in my personality. Do you think saturated fat is bad? In excess, it is absolutely provably bad. Overwhelming amounts of evidence showing that. Is a small amount in moderation bad? No. In excess, 100%. One of the biggest problems in our overall diet. Isn't bench press going to give you joint pain in old age? What age is old age? I'm turned 49 this year. You guys have seen me bench 335 this year. No, the data is pretty clear on the saturated fat, actually. All right. No, we've got pretty good data, actually, and even in the metabolic ward and direct studies. Yeah. Do you think even a small amount? Not necessarily, but why would you consume it when you could consume something that's healthier and not empty calories, even if you can process a small amount? Hey, Vincent, saturated fat isn't healthy. I'm going to ban you for spreading lies and hurting people. Yeah, I figured this was Tommy Kelly. So Tommy, the thing is, if your LDL is up, you already know your saturated fat's too high and your healthy fats are probably too low. I mean, you know how to fix it. All right. I don't know what PIP means. Did your PIP come through? Yeah, I don't know what that means. Post-injection pain. Great video about whole grains. Thank you, Carol. All right. It's a benefit in the UK. Oh, well, I don't live in the UK and I don't get any benefits. So the answer to that would obviously be no. So let's get rid of it. Most people think, no, I don't game or watch TV while doing cardio these days. Most people think reading studies, they just read the abstracts. Well, you can go look at the data. I look at a lot of data. I want to look at numbers. Coach, I went on your Facebook and was surprised how many women are Blaha fans. Yeah, I told you guys, like 50% women on my Facebook. Okay. My YouTube is like 98% men. The YouTube is all guys. So, man, the thing is, when you do dig into the data on large amounts of saturated fat is pretty bad. Not really a major point of contention. Now, granted, sources do matter, meaning some of it's benign, like whole dairy, it's benign, but there's better fats that actually have benefits you can replace it with. I don't have dating advice for you guys at all. Get jacked and lift weights and get cotton diesel strong and jacked. That's my advice. Done. Hire me to coach you. That's your dating advice. Hire Coach Blaha to coach you for your lifting and everything will be perfect. That's my advice. Let's get your squat, bench, and deadlift up. Get strong at pull-ups. It's my dating advice. I got coaching slots open right now. But what if you're short and people say you're overcompensating? Then I can't help you, sorry. How many clients do you have these days? Less than I would like. Let's get some clients in. I actually don't have an exact count, Andy, but I don't ever really reveal that anyways. Right. So once you come on, I got room for clients now. So put in an application, guys. There you go. You tell the girl you're coached by Coach Blaha, you're already there. Exactly. I already altered my diet, only red meat twice a week, more healthy fats, no fish, more leaner meats. Start my prep in October for the show in April, so I need to dial in. Is client coaching a sustainable income? Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I mean, some years is way better than others, but it is what it is. I mean, it's always money. It's always going to be thousands per month, but it's going to be way better some years than others. Does strong grip strength relate to being healthy? Yes, it can. So, hey, man, we're probably going to get rid of you since you don't want to talk about fitness and you keep talking about dating. I'm going to let you stay this last warning. I'm trying to get all the non-fitness bullshit out of my streams. So, just an FYI. I'm trying to keep this really fitness oriented, and people are insistent on making it anything else. But so I'm gonna be nice and not ban you. You get one warning. Let's stick to fitness topics. If we were to go back in time, would you focus more on being lean and bodybuilding? I have no interest in bodybuilding, but being lean, yes. What are your thoughts on protein powders? They might have arsenic. Really? You're really worried about? Well, true. So go with the ones that Consumer Reports, the companies that they showed are low in arsenic, like Optimal Nutrition. No, I don't prescribe power cleans to most of my clients. I've had a few clients who do cleans, but not many. It's very specific to their needs. Being jacked is always important, no matter how rich. Well, I mean, it's important just to be jacked. What about seed oils? What about seed oils? I mean, they can be a source of empty calories if you're not careful, so they can contribute to obesity. That's about the only negative thing you can really say about them based on evidence, unless you're a weird fanatic who follows fringe online cults, and then they make up all sorts of weird stuff about them, not based on the reality. Had a coach tell me today that unilateral work is BS. BS in what regard to what? I mean, it can be useful for some stuff. Not necessary, but it can be useful for certain weak point training. You know. Do you have any experience of reserving muscle on a client who do a lot of running? Yes, I have clients who do marathons. You've seen a vlog of one of my clients who runs marathons. Remember Nick? He's a marathon runner. What exercises translate to real life the most in terms of actual strength? Probably squats. Back squats way high on the list. Deadlifts are pretty high on that list. Things that make you strong through your entire body are going to translate really well into the real world. All right. Would you need more protein and training volume? No, not necessarily. No. All right, guys, this is probably enough. I feel like we've done 2 hours total today on a training day. I didn't even want to do this one, but we came in and we did it, didn't we? All right? You know, we did it. So I think it's time to wind it down. Yeah. So I'll wind it down. I love you guys. I'll get the training vlog up here later. So I'll talk to all of you guys and I'll probably be up at 5:30 in the morning doing another one.